to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodian of our land. I'd like to acknowledge the two councillors here, Di Tournay and Irene Doughtney. And
John and Philip.
Are they here too? Oh, right. And John McNally and Philip Black are also here. Probably down there checking out their serve or bouncing a ball on the basketball court. Anyway, we'll do the official bit because we have gone ahead with this opening today because it looks as though it's going to rain forever, doesn't it? So we didn't put it off, and we've got councillors here and council, our terrific staff, and the people who've been involved in this work, and the people who are going to enjoy it, you, the residents of Redfern and Surrey Hills. This park is a 7 and Chippendale, yes, and any other areas I haven't included. Chippendale people can come here too. And many people will be cycling through on the way to the city. So this park's 7.5 hectares. It's the only park in the city that's not overshadowed by surrounding development. It's the first upgrade it's had in 50 years. In the early 19th century, a tributary of the Blackwattle Creek flowed through here, and the area was known as Cleveland Paddocks. That was after the 1920s Cleveland House, which is over there in Buckingham Street. A portion of the paddocks was carved off in 1850 for the railway terminus, and in 1856 another section was taken for Cleveland Street Public School. The remainder was gazetted as a park in December 1865, but a contemporary dismissed it as nothing more than I quote, a quagmire with a filthy drain running through it. Well, look at it now. In 1869, it became the home of the first New South Wales Agricultural Society show. And the following year, a large building was erected and the park was landscaped for the second international intercolonial exhibition, which focused on industry. And that was the most wonderful building. And it was scandalously not demolished till about the 1850s. It was the most wonderful building in this park. In 1881, the RAS moved to Moore Park. In 1924, tennis courts were added. In 1954, a swimming pool. In 1956, a skate park. That lasted several decades. The Moreton Bay Figs from the 1870s park have remained, as did the Central Avenue of Plains from the interwar period. But it was a very shabby place, and when we began work in 2009, when we talked to you, you gave us a very big to-do list. So, and I'll just go through what we've done here. Of course, there's wonderful open space there for people to run and jump and kick balls around. It's a major thoroughfare at the southern end of the CBD, and it's going to have a bikeway, separated bikeway linking up to it, and then following on into Elizabeth Street and Wentworth Avenue and going into the city, which will be terrific. We've spent $18 million. We've got upgraded paths. We've got circuits for cycling, walking and jogging. There's a wonderful new children's playground, so don't let the rain put you off. Go and have a look at it. It's quite magic. There are 5 new tennis courts and they're actually international standard surfaces. So if you're of international standard tennis, you can play on those courts. We'll come and watch you. And we can actually host professional competitions and exhibitions. There are 2 basketball courts, and there's a new half court activating the lookout space over Central Railway. There are 4 designated exercise areas. See, we want you to be very active and fit. New park furniture, and there's energy efficient lighting. And aren't those lights wonderful? I think they look quite drunken actually, the way they sort of are designed to come over like that. They're Prince Alfred Park specific, those lights. They were designed for this park. The playground is designed to stimulate imaginative and active play. There is a dinghy called Galatea, and that's called after a boat that Prince Alfred came on Australia. Was on when he came to Australia. There's an elephant slide, and that recalls a curious story of an elephant in the park in 1870. And there's a balloon structure recalling the balloon ride from Prince Alfred Park to Redfern by balloonist Thomas Gale in September 1870. So they're the things that I'm sure children probably won't know what they're doing when they're there, but the parents can think about those things, and there's a sort of wonderful imaginative space there. There's also swings and a seesaw and a sand pit and a mini bike loop. So we've had a real baby boom in the area, and there's lots to do for little toddlers there, so we're really pleased about that. It's a very sustainable park. I don't know if you noticed, but over by the school during construction, we created a 250,000 litre stormwater tank and treatment facilities, and that's going to supply 95% of the park's water needs. So this park should continue to look lush and green, and it'll be on water from that tank. There are swathes of native meadows. Don't think that they're just weeds up there and haven't been mowed. That's a meadow up there. And isn't that wonderful that the people of the city can have a meadow? There are new trees, planned plantings, and new areas for seating and picnicking. If you walk along there, you'll see those. They're barbecue facilities, wonderful places for family to come, to play, to picnic, to play tennis, basketball, go to the pool. The pool is being refurbished, and what we'd hoped to do today was actually open the park and all the facilities in the park, and then take you on a tour of the pool, because that is very, very interesting. And we will have finished that by the end of the year. It'll be opening by the end of the year or beginning of the swimming season. And it's a very, very interesting construction. Because of all the heavy rain, we can't do that, but we do have our planners down there, and we do have viewing areas, so you'll be able to have a look. Works when they're in the construction stage are very, very interesting, and then you'll be able to see the very beautiful finished product in the not too distant future. The pool will have a new stainless steel lining system. It'll be temperature controlled, so you'll be able to come and swim here throughout the year. It'll have the state-of-the-art filtration system, and it's going to have a ramp for easy access. Having been in a wheelchair quite recently and having to go and get into a pool, I appreciate how fabulous that will be for people who have some sort of disability. We have a purpose-built plant room, and that's going to accommodate tri-generation, because we hope to be able to power not only this site but the surrounding site. That's a long-term plan, and that will allow the park, the pool, and this centre here to be taken off the energy grid. And it's a very beautiful design. When you're actually in Chalmers Street, when the pool is finished, you won't be looking at a pool, you'll be just looking at a grassy knoll, because the landscaping is going to fold over the building. So it's going to be very, very interesting. The new pool facility will have tall palms, and there'll be a special play area there again for children with water toys, landscape mounds, yellow umbrellas, new kiosk, and that'll service both the pool and the park users. I've talked about the mobile meadows up there, the palm groves, the specimen trees. They all contribute to the biodiversity and sustainability of, I can say, our pastoral landscape right here in the city. Isn't that wonderful? So, as I said, we plan to open the pool for the next swimming season, and next month we're going to tender for this centre, formerly a childcare area which closed in the 70s. That's being refurbished, and that'll have community uses and the tennis headquarters. So this park is for many, many users, and I'd like to thank all the people that responded to our surveys and gave us the input. I would also like to thank the people who've been involved in this project, especially Damon Lawrence, Lisa Dodd and Andrew Chippendale. They have overseen the project. They've come out here in their gumboots, and on occasions I've come out here with them, and they've done the most fantastic job. Please give them a huge clap. The very talented Sue Barnsley has provided the design, and Neeson Merkert Architects have also been responsible for the pool. Tragically, Nick Merkert died very recently, and this pool is going to be the pool, and the beautiful design and landscaping of the pool is going to be a real memorial to Nick Merkert. I'd also like to thank our hard-working construction contractors, Regal Landscapes. Special thanks to Tennis Australia for its grant towards the splendid new international courts. The park is a magnificent addition to our open space network, and we hope that you're all going to enjoy it. So thank you very much for coming, notwithstanding the rain, and please take the opportunity to walk around and see all the facilities, and the next time we'll see you officially, we'll be actually all diving into the pool, I hope. Thank you. Now I've got to do this, which I always like to do. There we are. It's Alfred.